This instruction assumes you've already imported the starter package. If so, it should look something like this. And now go to the File menu and open Scene. There should be a folder that says Scenes. And in that folder, choose Tile Grid Starter Scene. Then click Open. And it should look like this. So I'll be showing you around this Unity interface. You should try to do everything that I do in the video. So to make sure that you don't corrupt anything, go up to the top, click File, click Save As, and open the Scenes folder and give your scene that you're going to experiment on a new title. And then click Save. In any Unity scene, you have this space on the left that is called the hierarchy. These are all game objects that are in the scene. Some of them have a gray triangle to the left. So for example, the score tile has a gray triangle to the left. Click that and it will expose what are called children. There are other game objects attached to this parent game object. This canvas has another gray triangle. This button has another gray triangle. So this is, I call this expanding, so you can see everything that is attached to the parent game object. You can get rid of it all just by clicking that gray triangle again. So down here at the bottom, there are some tabs. There's the Project tab. That shows important assets that are in the project. There's the console, which is a dialog box where Unity can talk to you, the developer. You won't need these as a beginner animator or animation. But project, you'll use that. Console, you may use that. Okay, leave it on console for the moment. In the middle here, top middle, we have the game display window. There is at the top play and pause functions. And you may be able to see right here it says play focused. So if we click on that menu, there are three choices: play focused, play maximized, play unfocused. I'll show you what the difference between them. So if I click play maximized, you can see it says it here. Then when I click play, it gets nice and big. You can see everything clearly. This is what it would look like when a student actually plays the game. If I click pause in this state, then we get back to this window here. And now I'll try the play focused option. Now it's not maximized, but what this allows you to see is down here at the bottom. This is called the console, and it's giving some messages that may be helpful when you're saying it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? If you're trying to debug, these messages may be useful. So try to watch down here while I drag this tile, and it's giving you a message of where is this tile that I'm dragging. Right now it says 52, and that space on the grid is 52. This should be 53, 54, 44. So those are helpful for me as the developer. And if you had an error, it would show up here in the console. Okay, if I click play again at the top, I'm back to the beginning. There's another very important view. And up here at the top, it says game, it says scene. So if I click scene, this allows me to zoom in and see all the components that are in this scene. So often you'll need to work in this scene view. The game view is sort of your finished product. Okay, again, just to click scene, game. In the scene view, you have a number of tools. Hand is view tool, move tool, rotate, scale, rectangle. So I'll show you a little bit what they do. View tool, the hand, I can move the whole thing. Move if I wanted to move a particular item. So let's say I wanted to move this particular tile here on the bottom left. I can move that particular tile. So that's the move tool. If I don't like it, I can say Control Z to undo my change. This rectangle tool will allow you to click and drag to select a number of objects at the same time. When I select a game object in the hierarchy on the left, for example, right now I'm on vertical tile 6, there's something called the inspector on the right. That will show certain properties or components of this game object. Once again, you can see there are these gray triangles. I'll click on this gray triangle for Sprite Renderer, and it gives me a bunch of information. For you as a beginner, that information is probably useless. So unless you have a reason to expand it, it's better to keep it hidden. So I'll again click at the gray arrow, go gray triangle, and there it's hidden. The important components for you as the teacher are going to be what are called scripts. So these are code that I've written in C# that make things move and behave in certain ways. So on the left, the hierarchy, find set of draggable tiles, and click on the gray triangle. Look at tile 11. So here, there are a number of components attached to each draggable tile. You want to look at the very bottom of this list. So if you want to, you can minimize Sprite Renderer, Capsule Collider, Box Collider. The one you're looking for, Drag It 2D Script. So you may have to scroll down to find that. Drag It 2D is the script that allows you to drag these tiles and tells Unity where are they supposed to go. When you are playing this game, every white tile is draggable, and there is a correct place, or maybe more than one correct place, and there are many incorrect places for this tile. So this is a 3-carbon acid. If I know my chemistry, I can find the 3-carbon acid is this molecule up here. So the correct place would be right here. Number of carbons, carboxylic acid. And this would be wrong. This would be right. So this is done with a numbering system for all the tile spaces in the game. The number grid is 2 digits for each space. This tile up here in the upper left is 1, 1. Row 1, column 1. This one next to it is 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. This next row is going to start with the digit 2. So this is space 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, etc. So the most important script for you to understand is this drag it 2D script. It is attached to every white tile. So these blanks here are spaces where you, the teacher, may need to type in some things. This says correct position in G. It actually says correct position in grid. And then it says multiple correct positions in grid. You'll probably be able to see here that tile number 11 and tile number 12 say the same thing. So they are interchangeable. And that is why tile 11 has 2 correct positions in the grid. It could either go in space 11 or space 12. Same is true of tile number 12. It has 2 positions it could go, 11 or 12. Whereas tile 21 is unique, methyl ethanoate is tile 21. And it can only go in correct position 21. It does not have any multiple correct positions. Your game view and your scene view should both be nice and sharp. If your game view does not look sharp, it's probably because you have a bad scaling. So here in the middle, I'm pointing at scale. It should say 1x. If it's not clear, you probably have this low resolution aspect ratios enabled. So here I've done it intentionally wrong. You can see I think everything's fuzzy, and I can't change this except to make it big and fuzzy. So here 16:9 is the standard aspect ratio for the games that are in the starter package, but we want to check this uncheck. You want to uncheck low resolution aspect ratios. So if yours is weird, make sure it says 16:9 and make sure it is not low resolution aspect ratios.